Welcome back to Sitecore. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to use the page editor, or sometimes called the marketing template. There are two ways to access this page editor. One way is through the content tree, and the second way is to go directly towards it. Here at the login screen for Sitecore, there's an options button. Clicking this option button allows us to go directly to the content editor or directly to the page editor. As an example, go ahead and click the page editor and click Login. This will take you directly to SPU's homepage, allowing you to navigate directly to the page that you wish to edit. You can't navigate to that page currently because you're in the edit mode, which is shown here at this top navigation bar. If you don't see this bar, there's an arrow or a caret at the top right that allows you to expand it. In order to actually click a link on this page or navigate through the menu system, you need to click the preview button right here. Clicking this preview button will now make all the links live, though it'll disable you from editing any text on the page. So that's the example of getting into the page editor directly from the login page. Well, let's say you know the exact path for the page that you want to edit. Here we're back at the login page for Sitecore. Opening up the options, we can select Content Editor instead. Go ahead and click Login, and you'll go directly to the Content Editor in Sitecore. There are many reasons why this is helpful. I'm going to navigate to a test page I created. Your page may be different. In this case, I created a test page. I believe it's within Visit. There it is, ASP Events Sample. Now this page is created in the page editor. How do we get there? Well, once again, in the top menu, you would go to Publish, and there's a button for Page Editor. Also, you'll notice that there's the button for previewing the page as well. So clicking the Page Editor button will open the page editor in a separate tab. This is helpful because you can leave the content editor in another tab. As you can see, it's exactly the same as what we saw earlier at the top. This is a different page and not the SPU homepage. Notice that we didn't have to find and navigate to it, we just went straight through the tree. Now, how do we manipulate content on a page? There are many ways to do this. Let's say we just want to edit this area of text right here. Maybe we wanted to add an exclamation point. Well, all you need to do is click within the text with edit mode selected and add your changes. To save your changes, you would just click the save button right here. And then to publish them, you just would click the publish after clicking the save button. Very simple. But what if you want to add new content that isn't already displayed on the page? That also is very simple. Each of these little areas you'll notice are highlighted with my mouse. These are called components. All you need to do to add new content is to just add a new component. Up here in the menu bar, you'll see a button for that with a puzzle piece. If you click that, it'll give you little areas to insert components. Let's say I just wanted to add the word sample before the admitted student events area. Well, I will just click the add to here button. I'm going to choose body content because that's just standard text, although there are intro paragraphs and image panels, which work very similar to how the Sitecore system of adding pictures works. But you would click select. You'll notice that these ones right here that are listed within the existing content items are actually already on the page. And those can be found within the Sitecore tree right here. But in this case, I want to create a new one. So I'm going to say create new content, and I'm just going to leave it as body content and click OK. Now if we scroll down, we'll notice that something has been added. Because I want this to stay where it is right now, I'm just going to go ahead and click Save. That way I don't lose any progress. It's good to click Save because if we try and edit it right now, it might not save the progress initially. So, now we can add text to this field. This may not seem very intuitive at the moment because we don't know what is what. Like if I typed in here, it looks all the same. But to get around this, we can just highlight it like this so that the entire component is selected. We could click more and click edit related item, Or if we want to, we can do the more traditional Sitecore way by going back to the Sitecore content tree, refreshing our page content folder by closing it and opening it. You will notice that body content is suddenly in the tree. So we can go in there, you can lock it and edit it, and then put all the content you want in there. So for instance, I'm going to say sample title, and then inside the body content window, I'm going to write sample body content. Click accept. I'm going to go ahead and check this item in. That's all checked in. And now that we saved it first, we can refresh the page. And there it is. It's starting to fill in the blanks that we had earlier. Let's say we don't like something as we put it in. We can go ahead and do the same. We can edit it from here simply by clicking the more button, clicking that edit related item button that we saw earlier. And what this does is it opens a little bit of Sitecore within the page editor. So we don't actually need to switch the tab. Once again, we could lock this and like, oh, go over here and take a look at this. And oh, maybe I want a line break or something. This is just HTML. But we'll just like add a hard line break right there. And oh, look, it's got an extra line break now. We can go ahead and save and close that. That change would technically show up here, but I added a line breaks and that hasn't gone into the path yet, but that's okay. But basically that's how anything in this area can be edited. You could simply click on it and edit the text directly, or click more and edit the related item and then save and continue. And that will change that text for you. Now, all there would be left to do is to click the save button one final time and click publish, and that would publish the page live for the entire website. That way, anybody on the World Wide Web will be able to navigate to your page and see exactly the change that you just made. After making a change like this, it can be very helpful to make sure that you're checked out of this page so that other people can log in and edit it. You notice that there's some buttons up here that say My Items and Lock. If you click My Items, you'll be able to see what items you're currently checked into. And this Lock button would allow you to lock the page and to check into it. So currently it is locked. And now it's unlocked. Though it can be helpful to go into My Items and then simply say, check out of all items. And that makes sure that it doesn't matter what pages you've left locked, anybody can get into it. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. Feel free to reach out to the UC team if you are having troubles.